Hey there, and welcome back to the Dice Tower's continuing coverage of the GAMA 2018 trade show in Reno, Nevada. I'm Chaz, here with Gil Hova from formal Ferret Games.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm excited to talk to you today because you are going to share some info about a couple of expansions about this fantastic game of yours, The Networks.
Yes, so I have 2 expansions coming out this year.
Okay.
I want to tell you a little bit about them. The big one is Executives.
Okay.
And I've got a little bit of a setup. Obviously, this isn't the full setup that I have over here. But in Executives, you're now playing a specific executive, which is going to give you certain powers. Like, for example, I have Butcher over here. So that's my role over here.
Okay.
And what Butcher does is, if you know the base game, just a quick refresher for those of you who haven't played the base game yet, you're a TV network executive. You start the game with a little bit of cash and 3 horrible TV shows. You're trying to get the most viewers over 5 seasons. So every time you get a new show, you cancel the show that it replaces. And it goes into reruns, and you score a small bonus for the show you canceled. Well, Butcher over here gets you 3 extra viewers, and viewers are victory points. So you get 3 extra viewers for each rerun. So you want to be canceling shows like crazy when you're Butcher. Even if the new show isn't all that great, you're going to make it up in all that. Also, you have a special power over here that you can ignore prerequisites if you spend a little bit of money. So a lot of the shows require, this show says you must have a star. This show over here says you must have an ad. So, you know, these shows have prerequisites, and Butcher can spend $2 million to ignore any of those prerequisites. So you can get this show, spend $2 million, say, I don't have an ad, I don't need an ad, I'm the Butcher. This show's just going to be gone after next season anyway. Or maybe after this season, you know? Maybe you'll just cancel the show in the season you got it. So you're Butcher, yeah.
Works very thematically there.
Exactly. Now the downside to Butcher is they're kind of like a shark. They have to keep swimming forward.
Okay.
Butcher actually loses viewers the longer the show is on the air.
Okay.
So
because it doesn't match their strategy of the way they do programming.
Exactly. So when you're Butcher, you've got to be canceling shows like crazy.
Wow.
Now you are a different executive. You are Flicks over here.
Okay, I'm going to show this. I'm going to put this right here for the camera to see.
Excellent.
Okay. How does Flicks approach the game?
Well, normally, what these shows all have time slots: 8 p.m., 9 p.m., or 10 p.m. Flicks doesn't care. Flicks is a streaming service.
Okay.
So
you can just play Flicks and just chill while you play.
Nice. That's well done. Well done. I got to remember that. Don't mess up the game, though. So yes, you will always consider your shows as being in their proper time slot. Your ads are always considered in the proper time slot.
Nice.
The downside to Flicks is if you ever change genre within a slot, like if you replace an action show with a sports show, you lose viewers.
Okay.
So, because, you know, then you get people like complaining via email, why are you changing this? You know, that whole thing. Not that that ever happens on the internet.
No, never on the internet.
So, and as you can see with this setup over here, this is modular, and this is obviously my prototype that I printed at home. The final version is going to be punchboard. So these will be punchboard, and there's going to be a jigsaw cut over here. So this will just snap right nicely in.
Nice.
So that's one of the things that Executives gives you is these executives that have various powers. Now there's 2 other things you get with Executives. One of that is these Mogul cards over here.
Okay, I'm going to put these down here as well.
Yeah. So these Mogul cards are supercharged network cards that you can work towards. So you get them in the networks if you get 3 shows of the same genre. That's called a genre bonus.
Okay.
And if you get 5 shows of the same genre, that's another genre bonus. You can pick up a Mogul card on either your first 5-show genre bonus or your second 3-show genre bonus. But that's the only Mogul card you'll have the whole game. So this setup, assuming we're playing with 3 players, you'll have 4 Mogul cards out there. And those are the Mogul cards you're playing with this game.
Okay, so it kind of cycles through and mixes it up each time?
Exactly, yes.
Good.
And they all do really crazy wild powers. You know, like this one over here, each of your stars is worth 3 extra viewers this season. This one over here, you draw 2 stars immediately, and for the rest of the game, you have 1 extra slot for stars on all your shows. They're pretty powerful. They can be really, really powerful.
Indeed.
So, but you have to work to get them, and you can only have one, which of course is a rule that gets broken by certain executives. There's one executive that can have two, and so on and so forth.
Speaking of executives, how many different executives are going to be in that expansion?
There are 12 executives in the box.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, lots of replayability and lots of different things you can do. So that's really cool.
Very nice.
And there's one last thing that comes with this, and that is the pilot season. So when you start the game, you now have a pilot season. So let me replace this over here with some pilot season shows. So a lot of the pilot season shows are terrible. As well they should be,
yes.
You know, because they're your starting shows. But the difference is now you're starting with just these with just your network and a little bit of money. You don't start with shows or stars or anything like that before the pilot season. So the pilot season, you're going to get 4 of these cards, and you're going to choose one, and that's going to be your 8 p.m. show. And everybody makes their choice simultaneously. You reveal simultaneously, and then you get whatever the card tells you. Like this one over here, you draw 2 ads, keep one, get money from the other. This one, you draw the top star and top ad, and so on and so forth. So you're going to get stars, ads, and money from these pilot season shows. So everybody reveals the show they chose. They get whatever they're entitled to. Then they pass the remaining cards to the left. They collect 3 cards from the right, and now they choose their 9 p.m. show.
Okay.
So by the time you end, you have everybody's got a different lineup. Now there are some more shows you can get in the pilot season, which are more. These are better shows, and they might be recognizable for people who might see this. But these are shows with genres that you can pick up in the pilot season. They do cost you money, but they get you viewers, and they're shows with genres.
Okay, good.
So that's your choice that you got to make. Do you want to get stuff and get a not so good show, or do you want to forego the opportunity to get stuff and get a little bit of head start, but spend a little bit of money and maybe not get the start that other people do? So that's the choice that I give you in this.
It gives you that nice decision to make right out of the gate as you're getting your network set up.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah. So that is the pilot season. So that's the 3 things Executives gives you. It gives you. I mean, there's a new deck of shows as well. So you can see all these shows over here are brand new.
And they continue with the same artwork and crazy pun, terrific themes and stuff like that?
Of course.
Excellent.
Of course. Same team, Travis Kinchy and Heiko Günther, did the art and graphic design respectively. And I mean, they do amazing work. So I'm very proud to be working with them.
Love their graphic design.
Yeah.
So with all of that stuff that Executives adds to the networks, what possibly could you add to the networks after that?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So we have another expansion, and this is Telly Time.
All right.
So Telly Time is a small expansion that I'm going to be releasing at UK Games Expo. And the reason I'm releasing it at UK Games Expo is because these shows, if you're more familiar with, say, English TV, you might recognize a few of these shows. I'll replace this one with this one. There we go. So this one is, and there's like older shows. There's some newer shows here.
Do they all have that English bent to them? Hence the telly part of the
Of course. Well, you know, we've got Somewhat Marginal, The Ancient Ones, The Adequate British Fry-Up, Death on Venus. Like, if you watch a lot of British television, you're going to recognize these. Okay? So one interesting thing over here also is you might notice that the 2 shows on the corner here, these are genres that you may not have seen before, and that's because there are some new genres here.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So I'm looking for one more show that I really want to show off. It's one of my favorites. When I saw the art for it, I said, yes, that's it. Of course, it's the one that's not coming up in my poll. But anyway, so over there, the top show, Crystal Days, that is a quiz show. And the thing about a quiz show is you can spend money at the end of the season to get some extra viewers. So $1 million for 1 viewer, up to 3 for 3. And what you can also get is, here we go. You can also get a chat show. That's a chat show down there. Lay all your chat on me. And that one lets you rotate all stars and ads on a time slot from their bad side to their good side.
Ooh.
Yeah, on any time slot, not necessarily the one you get it to. And then you also have kids shows. So here's a kids show over here, Perilvol. Our buddy Perilvol is a kids show. And that one, kids shows can get you a good number of viewers and money, but they only ever want to be on early.
That makes sense.
Yes. Yeah.
So you've continued to flesh out and expand what's available while you're playing the networks, while completely retaining the theme. It
gets better. It gets better. So we also start the game with these genre counters. You see, now there are 9 genres instead of 6 in the game here. So when you have a genre count at the start of the game, you're going to get dealt one of these genre counters.
Okay.
So let me just pull the genre counter right over there so we can get a good look at it. So when you get a show of a certain genre, like let's say you get a sitcom, you will cover the sitcom symbol, the sitcom icon. And then maybe later on you get a drama, so you cover the drama icon. At some point you get a sports show, you cover the sports icon. Now, if you either get an action show or a reality show, you're going to get 3 in a row. That's a genre bonus. And that's how you get genre bonuses in Telly Time. Because there's 9 genres, it's very hard to get 3 of a kind. You get genre bonuses this way instead.
And I see that each card is actually a slightly different layout, too.
Yep.
So.
Oh, yes, yes. And they're double-sided, so they have a different layout on each side. So,
nice. It really keeps it mixed up.
Exactly. So it plays very differently also in that now you're angling for a certain kind of genre, and when that genre comes out, you really want to pick it up.
Yeah, you want to get the synergies instead of just the sets necessarily.
Exactly. This is compatible with executives, so you can play Teletime and executives together. It's somewhat compatible with On the Air, my previous expansion, which were the stretch goals from the first campaign. I just suggest you don't play this with the shows from On the Air, but you can play it with stars and network cards and stuff from On the Air. But fully compatible with executives, which was important to me.
Excellent. Speaking of all this new content, what's the target release date and MSRP for both the executives and for Teletime?
I am targeting, I can't 100% promise yet, but I'm targeting $30 for executives, and I'm targeting between 15 and 20. I'm not sure exactly how much Teletime is going to turn out to be yet, but that's going to come with cards and chips. So that's what we're looking at for both of those, and those should be available around August, although Teletime will be available at UK Games Expo.
Okay, that sounds great.
Yeah.
All right, and I think there was one last thing that you wanted to just mention about Kickstarter real quick?
Yes. If you're when this airs, my Kickstarter for my game Bad Medicine, my party game about pharmaceutical companies making horrible drugs, this game is going to be finishing its run on Kickstarter. As of this recording, we are very close to funding, and we still have 2 weeks to go, so it should be funded by the time we air. It should hit its funding goal, and we may even have hit a couple of stretch goals. So please take a look at that. If you like the humor from the networks, that's all of Bad Medicine, is all that humor wrapped into a fun party game about making horrible pharmaceutical drugs.
You've taken something like that and made it into an amazing experience.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure. Thanks everyone for watching, and thank you, Chaz.
Oh, you're welcome, and thank you for watching as well. In fact, keep watching this channel for more news and presentations from the GAMA Trade Show.
Except you. You know who you are. No.
We don't point them out.
We don't point them out.
Even you. Keep watching, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Bye now.